fever have descended upon the music city of Nashville, Tennessee. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line.
Ready? Check.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The middle linebacker in a 4-3. So often the captain of the defense gets them all lined up, and the captain made a great read there to snuff that play out.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it open, and they want to call some holes out there for him.
Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. But that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing, right? And everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Henry running right. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
18 rattle, 70 Ranger.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
From his end zone, Wilson. A dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He'll hit Mostert again here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Monty Rice leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Andrew Adams. The 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 25 on second down, Mayfield throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mayfield now. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Mayfield on first down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 47 yards. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, right? A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Willis with another keeper. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Willis to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigakonkwo, 55 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple. Mayfield on play action. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 51 yards.
And the Dolphins get a late score here, the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. On first down, Willis.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So a great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play?
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Titans. Robert Woods, 55 yards.
And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Point after, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down, Mayfield.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. In motion right is Wilson. Mayfield now from the 50. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play fake. Mayfield
finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They go play action. Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's a toss play right to Mostert.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield.
That swung out to Mostert.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthinking. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
A first down carry for Henry.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Titans. Malik Willis, 67 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
From his end zone, Wilson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mayfield on target over the middle to Hill. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. A first down throw for Mayfield.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Mayfield to throw it. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield off the play fake.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
another timeout here called by the Titans. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Mayfield on 4th down. In trouble, and he's taken down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here.
Here we go, here we go.
On the counter, it's Henry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Henry. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is indeed good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
From his end zone, Wilson.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Titans, so they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Willis now off play action.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And Hill with it over the middle. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline. because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Tyreek Hill's got another one.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And he's got Rome. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Willis on the sneak.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. But this time, Willis will throw it.
Rolling to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Fields the squib kick. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Christian Fulton. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament.